before you think, before logic interferes, before your mind starts judging colors and flowers, pause for just a moment. Right now, your subconscious is already speaking. You don't choose randomly. You never do. Carl Jung believed that our unconscious mind communicates through symbols, images, and instincts. And today, something as simple as a bouquet of flowers will quietly reveal parts of your personality you rarely show to the world. In front of you are 4 different bouquets. Each bouquet has different flowers, different colors, and a different emotional energy. Don't analyze them. Don't ask what they mean yet. Just notice which one pulls you in first. The one you feel drawn to emotionally, even if you don't know why. That first attraction is not an accident. It's a reflection of your inner self. Imagine these 4 bouquets placed side by side on a soft, neutral background. Bouquet 1 feels calm and gentle. Bouquet 2 feels bold and intense. Bouquet 3 feels warm and emotional. Bouquet 4 feels mysterious and refined. As you look at them, one of them already feels familiar, almost like it belongs to you. That is your subconscious recognizing itself. Now let's slow this moment down. Take a breath. Picture yourself standing alone. No one watching. No expectations. You're allowed to choose, honestly. Which bouquet would you pick if no one could judge your decision? That answer matters more than you realize. Each bouquet represents a different psychological archetype hidden inside you. Not what you show on social media, not what people expect from you, but who you truly are when you are alone with your thoughts, fears, desires, and dreams. Jung believed that when we ignore these inner archetypes, we feel restless, misunderstood, or emotionally disconnected. But when we recognize them, something shifts inside us. Before revealing what your choice means, understand this clearly: there is no good or bad bouquet. No choice is better than the other. Each one carries strength, and each one carries a hidden wound, because every personality has light and shadow. And today, you are about to see both. So fix your choice now. Don't change it later. The first bouquet that touched your heart is the one that reveals your truth. Let's begin with bouquet 1. If you chose the first bouquet, you are someone whose strength is quiet, not loud. On the surface, people often underestimate you. They think you're simple, gentle, maybe even emotionally soft. But what they don't see is the depth of resilience you carry inside. You have learned how to survive by staying calm, by not reacting impulsively, by choosing peace over chaos. You are emotionally observant. You notice things others miss, the smallest change in someone's tone, the slight shift in energy in a room. You feel it instantly. You value sincerity more than excitement. Loud attention drains you. You crave emotional safety, not emotional drama. This bouquet reflects a personality that loves deeply, but cautiously. When you care fully. But it takes time for you to trust. Once someone earns that trust, you become loyal to a fault. Jung would describe you as someone led by an introverted feeling. Your emotions are powerful, but they are private. However, your shadow side is important to acknowledge. Because you are so used to staying composed, you often suppress your true feelings. You smile when you are hurt. You stay silent when you should speak. Over time, this creates emotional fatigue. You may feel unseen, even when surrounded by people. Your lesson in life is learning that peace does not mean sometimes expressing discomfort is an act of self-respect. If this bouquet was your choice, your soul longs for emotional honesty, especially from yourself. Now, let's move to bouquet 2. If your eyes were drawn to the second bouquet immediately, you are not someone who blends into the background. You carry intensity, passion, and a strong emotional presence. People feel your energy the moment you enter a room. You don't do things halfway. When you love, it's powerful. When you dream, it's big. When you're hurt, it cuts deep. You are driven by desire, not just romantic desire, but a hunger for purpose, meaning, and impact. Jung would say you are closely connected to your instinctual self. You trust your gut more than logic. You act when others hesitate. You feel alive in moments of challenge and transformation. Routine bores you. Predictability suffocates you. You crave experiences that make you feel something real, even if it hurts a little. But here's the shadow you rarely admit. Because you live intensely, you are also emotionally vulnerable. You fear being ignored more than being criticized. You want to be chosen, remembered, valued. When you don't receive that validation, you may overextend yourself, love too hard, or push people away without meaning to. Your inner conflict is between control and surrender. If this bouquet was your choice, your subconscious is asking you to balance passion with self-compassion. You don't need to prove your worth through intensive. You are enough, even in stillness. Pause here for a moment. Reflect honestly. Did any of these descriptions feel uncomfortably accurate? That discomfort is awareness, and awareness is the first step towards psychological growth. Now, let's move forward. If you're still here, it means this test is already resonating with something inside you. That's not a coincidence. The unconscious doesn't respond to logic, it responds to recognition. And now we arrive at Bouquet 3, a choice that reveals emotional memory, attachment, and the way you love when no one is watching. If you chose Bouquet 3, you are someone whose heart carries stories. You are emotionally rich, deeply empathetic, and profoundly human. You feel nostalgia easily. Certain smells, songs, or places can instantly pull you back into the past. You don't just remember moments, you relive them. This bouquet represents a soul that values emotional connection above everything else. For you, relationships are not accessories in life. They are life itself. You are the kind of person who notices when someone is not okay, even if they say nothing. You listen between words. You feel emotions that others don't even recognize yet. Jung would say your psyche is strongly influenced by the feeling function combined with intuition. You don't love logically. You love emotionally, symbolically, and spiritually. People often feel safe around you. They open up without knowing why. They share secrets. They cry. They heal. And while you are giving comfort, understanding, and warmth to others, there is something important happening quietly inside you. You are absorbing their emotions too. Over time, this becomes heavy. Your shadow side is emotional attachment. You hold on longer than you should. You forgive more than is healthy. You hope even when the evidence tells you to let go. Not because you are weak, but because you believe in emotional depth in a shallow world. You don't walk away easily, and when you do, it leaves a mark on your soul. There is also a silent fear within you, the fear of being emotionally replaced. You don't fear being alone. You fear being forgotten, being emotionally insignificant. That's why this bouquet called to you. It reflects your desire to be deeply known, not just liked. Your subconscious lesson is this: love does not require self-sacrifice to be real. You are allowed to protect your emotional energy. Not everyone deserves access to your inner world. Now breathe, because the final bouquet reveals something very different. Let's talk about Bouquet 4. If your attention goes to the fourth bouquet, you are psychologically complex, introspective, and self-controlled. You don't reveal yourself easily. You observe before you engage. You think before you speak. And you feel more than you ever show. This bouquet represents a personality shaped by depth, mystery, and inner discipline. You are not emotionally cold. You are emotionally selective. You have learned, consciously or unconsciously, that vulnerability must be earned. Jung would describe this as a personality that has developed a strong protective ego. Not because you lack emotion, but because you have felt too much at some point in your life. You value dignity, independence, and emotional boundaries. You dislike chaos, emotional drama, and unpredictable people. You respect those who are self-aware and emotionally mature. Surface-level conversations exhaust you. You crave depth, but only with those who can handle it. Your shadow, however, is emotional isolation. You convince yourself that you don't need anyone, when in reality, you simply don't want to be disappointed again. You may struggle to ask for help. You may appear strong while quietly carrying unresolved pain. The bouquet reflects not just elegance, but emotional armor. There is also a hidden longing inside you, the desire to be understood without having to explain yourself, to be seen without being exposed, to be loved without losing control. That inner contradiction defines much of your emotional life. If you choose this bouquet, your subconscious is gently asking you to soften, not for everyone, but for the right people. Strength does not disappear when you open up, it evolves. Now here's something important. Most people change their choice at this point. They rethink, they doubt, but Jung emphasized that the first instinct is always the most honest, because instinct bypasses the ego. By now, you may feel something unusual, a sense of being understood, without having explained yourself. That feeling is not accidental. Carl Jung believed that when symbols mirror our inner world accurately, the psyche responds with recognition. And now, we bring all four bouquets together, not as separate choices, but as parts of a larger psychological truth about where you are in life right now. Your bouquet choice does not only reveal your personality, it reveals your current emotional state. If you choose Bouquet 1, you are in a phase of emotional preservation. You are tired of emotional noise, tired of misunderstandings, tired of being pulled into situations that disturb your inner balance. Your psyche is prioritizing peace over excitement. You may be healing from emotional exhaustion, even if you haven't consciously labeled it as such. Jung would say your unconscious is guiding you towards stability, simplicity, and self-connection. You are learning that calm is not emptiness, it is clarity. The lesson of this phase is to stop shrinking yourself to maintain harmony. Peace should never come at the cost of your voice. If you choose Bouquet 2, you are in a phase of emotional awakening. Something inside you wants change, expression, movement. You are no longer satisfied with routine or emotional numbness. Your unconscious is pushing you to feel more, live more, and risk more. This phase is powerful but dangerous if unbalanced. Passion can fuel growth or burn you out. Jung warned that when instinct dominates without reflection, it creates inner conflict. Your lesson is to channel your intensity toward purpose, not validation. When passion aligns with self-worth, it becomes transformative. If you choose Bouquet 3, you are in a phase of emotional reckoning. You are confronting unresolved attachments, old memories, and emotional patterns you can no longer ignore. Your psyche is asking you to decide what and who you will continue carrying forward. This phase often feels heavy, nostalgic, and emotionally raw, but it is also deeply healing. Jung believed that revisiting emotional wounds consciously prevents them from controlling us unconsciously. Your lesson is learning the difference between emotional depth and emotional self-abandonment. Letting go does not erase love, it redefines it. If you choose Bouquet 4, you are in a phase of emotional restructuring. You are redefining boundaries, values, and self-identity. You may feel detached from people who once felt close, not because you've changed for the worse, but because you've changed for the truer. Your unconscious is strengthening your sense of self. Jung would describe this as an individuation, the process of becoming who you truly are. The danger in this phase is emotional isolation. The growth comes from selective vulnerability. You are not meant to be closed, you are meant to be discerning. Now here is the deeper truth most people miss. You are not only one bouquet, you are all four at different times, in different moments, under different emotional conditions. The bouquet you chose today reflects what your psyche needs right now, and that need deserves respect. Jung taught that the unconscious speaks in symbols because it wants integration, not judgment. This test was never about labeling you, it was about reminding you to listen inward. So ask yourself this final question, honestly and quietly. Am I living in alignment with what my inner world is asking for right now? If this message resonates, it's because your subconscious recognizes itself. And that recognition is the beginning of awareness. Awareness leads to choice, and choice leads to transformation. If you find yourself reflected in this test, don't scroll away just yet. Take a moment, sit with it. Self-understanding is rare and powerful. Comment the bouquet number you chose. Like this if it felt uncomfortably accurate. Follow for more Carl Jung-based psychological insights, because the more you understand your inner world, the less control it has over you.